Good afternoon, Award Travel 101. My name is Richard Kerr, and I'm your founder, and we're here with another session of Award Travel 101 Live, talking rewards earning credit cards that you don't cotton pick and hear enough about and why you should. Pretty excited about this. A lot of people's views of the credit cards available are extremely narrow. We're going to talk about why, and we're going to talk about some of these specific cards that you need to know about. Do me a favor, like always, tell me in the comments where you're tuning in from. I'd love to see the reach of Award Travel 101. A lot of people have found regional neighbors through these comments to say, hey, we should get together and talk about points to miles. I live in Chicago too. I live in New York as well. Really interesting. Biggest city of Award Travel 101 members is New York City, followed by Chicago, and some cities I really didn't expect, like Minneapolis and Orlando. So extremely interesting. Hey, I'm going to throw up my notes over to the side. You're going to see me glance off to the side. Don't worry, I feel perfectly fine. You're just going to see me do this quite often so I get to my notes. Like always, I've got one of my moderators working very hard in the background. Miss Tony is there with us this evening, or this afternoon. Sorry, I'm used to it being the evening. Hey, you might be wondering, why are you doing this in the afternoon? We got some analytics that we're looking at. We want to test out all different kinds of the day to see what kind of reach we can get with these live sessions. So we thought, what the heck, we've got some data that says people are online during the workday when they're bored in their cubicle, and we want to give you some value if you're there in work in your cubicle thinking about traveling with points and miles. So Tony's going to be giving me notes. Please ask questions anytime you have them. She's going to make sure that I don't miss them and communicate to me through our nifty moderating document, and I'm going to come back and answer them. Hey, let's talk about a few things going on here in Award Travel 101 first before we get to these lesser known, lesser talked about rewards earning credit cards. San Antonio, Texas. Hey, that's on my to-do list. I need to get there. A couple events I want to talk about first. Frequent Traveler University. This is June 9th and 10th, right in Manhattan, New York City. No coincidence, the biggest number of members in the group is New York City. The good folks over at Frequent Traveler University have asked me to come in and talk about some of the dorky, nerdy things that I talk about with getting the most out of your points and miles. June 9th and 10th, Tony is going to share the link so you can get all the information, save a few bucks with our promo code and link in there. From Afghanistan, hey, I hope it's one of our soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen tuning in. Kenneth, good to see you here. Somebody just popped up and said they have no idea what I'm talking about with all this lingo. I want you to go to the pinned announcement at the very top of the group. Click on the beginner's guide, and the first link you're going to see there is a glossary so that you know all these acronyms and terms I'm using. I want to make it as easy as possible for you. Tony just put that link up to FTU. The next one, really excited about Zork Fest. This is Zork Fest run by the folks over at Zork Travel. If you want to know what a Zork is, don't ask me. I have no idea. It just sticks in your mind. This is Memorial Day weekend on this trip, Treasure Island in Las Vegas. I just put up a post that they are now chartering private planes from Burbank into Vegas for this event. There's things going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Tony's going to put the link up with all the information you need to do. And look, if you're a member of Award Travel 101, you get an extra $10 off your ticket. You use the code ZORK Award Travel 101. Tony's going to share that. ZORK Award Travel 101, $10 off the super early bird tickets, which are on sale until March 20th. It's going to save you about $60, so you want to go ahead and get your ticket. You want to get your hotel reservations. You want to get your travel. You want to go. You want to be here. This event is all about taking the best of the casino, gaming, gambling folks who do incredible things and matching it with the best of travel hacking, award travel, points and miles aficionado. You come to Vegas Strip. You have a great time. You learn from some of the best. How do I get the most casino comps? How do I get to Vegas the cheapest? It's really a unique mesh of these two different worlds. I'm just as excited to get there and learn from these casino professionals. I love blackjack, I love sitting at the table, I love playing craps. And I want to know, just like I do with points and miles, I'm getting everything I absolutely can back in return. So I'm like 110% excited to go and meet all of you and speak and talk. And I'm 110% excited to go and learn, just like all of you are going to learn there at Zork Fest. So get your tickets. Tony's got the link there. Really excited about that. It's going to be a busy summer, hopping all the way around. We got meetings. We're going back to Facebook. We're going to talk to them some more. We're going to make the interface better for you. There's new features being added and a lot going on. On top of that, I go to Argentina in just a couple weeks, and then I go back to Australia and New Zealand a couple weeks after that. My little brother is getting married. I have a 1 and a 3-year-old. I have a wife with a blossoming yoga teaching career. I'm talking really fast because I'm really busy. All right, so let's get to the good stuff today. I've got 8 credit cards for you that are not often talked about. Why is it important that you need to know about them? Why aren't they talked about? Let's handle each of those questions. Number one, every day somebody sends me a post. They submit a post. They send me a message. They send me an email that says, Richard, I'm out of cards to apply for. Within 5 seconds of me responding, they realize very quickly that no, they're not. There's no such thing in my mind as being out of cards to apply for, because there are a lot of banks that aren't talked about. So you need to know that. You need to know you're never out of cards to apply for. Above all of this, right, banks are on to gaming. Banks don't like gaming. Banks don't like people who are going to get the sign-up bonus and drop the card. They are developing all kinds of technology, the benefits of some cards, which we're going to talk about, to counteract this. So above everything I talk about, you need to know 2 things. Number one, protect your credit score. No reward points are more valuable than having a high credit score. Number 2 is you want to appear to be, or you want to be, a long-term profitable client of a bank. So if you're going around like this is a fast sprint, like you're not going to need points and miles for 20 or 30 years, you're doing it wrong. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Protect your credit score and treat this hobby accordingly. So you're never going to be out of cards to apply for. Why aren't these cards talked about? Second question. So a lot of the bloggers that you read, including the ones I write for, including Award Travel 101, were supported by affiliate revenue. If there's no affiliate money in a card, the drive, the motivation to write about a card that gives great value goes down significantly. Now, it's just a fact of life. It's a fact of business. That's why I'm doing this, to make sure you get all sides of the story. But it's just the reality that we live in with a lot of the writing. So you need to know that these probably aren't talked about because there's not affiliate money behind that. I have no problem with people making a living. I have no problem with people making money off of very valuable knowledge. I just want to make sure that I'm doing my part to give you the entire side of the story. So that's why we're going to talk about these cards. I'm not making any money off of any of these cards. All of the links that Tony are going to share are publicly available. There's no affiliate links in this. I'm not doing this to make any more money. I want to make sure that I'm giving you the best information possible. Okay, so 100% transparent, clairvoyant. So let's get started with that first one. Tony, go ahead and share the Penfed Pathfinder Rewards American Express card. I'm going to pull my notes over here. So you're saying Penfed, right? You got to be in the military to be a part of that organization. No, you don't. You don't need to be in the military to be a part of this organization. You just need to go and become an actual member of Penfed, which is easy for anybody to do. You just need to join one of a couple organizations with like a $10 donation, and you're now eligible to join Penfed. So what's great about it? Look, this is a no annual fee card. 25,000 point sign-up bonus after $2,500 in spend in the first 3 months. Penfed points are worth 1 cent each, so it's a flat 1 cent. So you get $250 sign-up bonus. You get 3 times points on all travel purchases, 4 times points if you were in the military. They make you something called a Penfed Honors Advantage member, so there is a benefit there. You get 1.5 points per dollar on all spend with no caps. There's even a 0% introductory APR offer for the first 12 months. So all of that sounds amazing for a $0 annual fee. 25,000 points, $250 sign-up bonus, 3x on all travel spend, 1.5x on all spend. But there's more. So you get a $100 annual air travel credit. So any U.S. carrier, baggage fees, onboard spend, sometimes Wi-Fi counts, sometimes it doesn't. You're going to go ahead and get covered $100 a year for that. And then you, of course, like many cards now, but especially surprising for a no annual fee card, is $100 global entry reimbursement once every 5 years, which is how good global entry is good for. So Penfed Pathfinder Rewards American Express. If you're not a member of Penfed, they have several amazing products in the banking sector across a lot of different things. Being prior military, I am a member, and I have taken advantage of some of the offers they have. But this no annual fee card, right? 25,000 point sign-up bonus, 1.5x on all spend, 3 or 4x on all spend, depending on your prior military service. $100 air travel credit, $100 TSA application fee. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know how they're affording this, but while the getting's good, you better go get it. So the Penfed Pathfinder Rewards American Express card. This is an Amex co-branded card. This is not a membership rewards earning card. Don't get confused by that. It's accepted everywhere American Express is taken, but it is not going to be on your American Express login. It's going to be in your Penfed login. A lot of confusion around that. Okay, so that is the Penfed Pathfinder Rewards American Express card. Pretty cool. So let's go on down to the next one. we're going to talk about the Discover It card. You will hear some talk about Discover in the blogs, but not near enough in my opinion. Tony's going to share the link to the public landing page. What is great about the Discover It card? So it is much like the Chase Freedom card. Every quarter they have rotating bonus spend categories that you get 5% cash back. The Discover It card is pure cash back. So gas stations, wholesale clubs, grocery stores, Amazon.com, we don't know what it's going to be, but it rotates in those categories, 5% cash back. The kicker here is the first year with Discover It, they're going to match all of your cash back. Now, and outside of that bonus spend category, just like the Freedom, 1% cash back on everything else. But because of the match, it equals 10% cash back during the first year in those rotating categories, 2% cash back on everything else, right? So that is a lot of cash back. And oh, by the way, another no annual fee card. I don't know how they afford it, but if you have not taken advantage of this, 10% off anywhere you shop in those bonus categories, 2% cash back everywhere else. Pretty flippin' fantastic. There's also a Discover It Miles card, which is 1.5x miles or 1 cent towards travel on everything. And just like the Discover It Miles, they match all of that spend. So it equals 3% cash back towards travel on all spend for an entire year. It doesn't get any better than that, okay? 3% on all spend, uncapped. They match it. It's wonderful. Discover It. If you're not looking at these cards, you need to go and take a peek at it right now, okay? So pretty great stuff. Moving on from the Discover It card. That's 2 down. I've got 6 more to go. Alliant Credit Union 3% cash back card. Just like the Discover It Miles, the very first year with the Alliant Credit Union Visa Signature card. So Visa Signature pretty much taken anywhere. A lot of people's complaints with Discover is that it is not accepted in a lot of places. No problem with this card. 3% cash back, unlimited the first year, and then it drops to 2.5% cash back after that. That's uncapped. It's a lot of cash back. Annual fees waived the first year, $59 after that. I mean, I don't know what to say. This, when people say the best cashback cards, people don't talk about this. If you're really into the hobby, you've probably heard of this. If you're one of my AT101ers who's just getting started, probably haven't. Tony's going to share the link right there. But, I mean, no foreign transaction fees, 3% cash back on all spend, and it only drops down to 2.5. If you want Disney tickets, if you want things that you can't redeem traditional points and miles for, you need a solid cashback card, and typically it doesn't get any better than this, right? So you do have to join the credit union. Pretty much anybody can qualify. I will tell you that this credit union very quickly realized what they had, and if you're gaming the system with this, they are shutting accounts down. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. If you do, be cognizant of that. And like I said at the beginning of this video, you can't game credit card companies anymore like the past, okay? Long-term, profitable clients is what you want to appear to be. But this is great for everyday spend. If you don't have an immediate use coming up for more airline miles or an immediate use for more ultimate rewards, but you need cash in your pocket to take your family out to eat on the next vacation, have this 3% cashback uncapped card. Pretty flippin' fantastic, right? All right, moving right down the line. Tony, go ahead and put up the link to the Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card. Remember, you can ask a question anytime. If I miss it in the comment, Tony is catching it on our moderating document, and I will come back and answer it towards the end of the video. For now, Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card. 50,000 point sign-up bonus. All points are worth 1 cent towards travel or cash back, I believe. Somebody looked that up for me. But this is really unique, and I think this is the future of rewards earning credit cards. In order to qualify for the top tier bonus levels of the Bank of America Premium Rewards card, you have to hold assets with Bank of America. So they're not going to let you just come and take the card, leave, and not give anything back. If you have $100,000 in assets with Bank of America, that can include Merrill Lynch products, so retirement accounts, savings accounts, checking accounts, all of that good stuff, you're going to qualify and essentially get up to 2.625% cash back on all spend. This can be really fantastic because of the reward structure they have. You need to click the link that is just there in the comments, or just Google Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card if you're watching this on YouTube. $500 sign-up bonus after $3,000 in purchases in the first 90 days. Annual $200 travel credit. No foreign transaction fees. And like I'm talking about, okay, it's just huge cash back. 1.5 points on all purchases, 2 points on dining, 2 points on travel. And if you have $100,000 in assets with Bank of America, they give you a percentage bonus on top of this, which is going to make everything come out to 2.625% cash back. $95 annual fee. You're going to be doing pretty well if you're maxing this out every year. If you're taking advantage of all that cash in your pocket, there's really nothing to worry about with that small annual fee. You just need to make sure that you are going to maximize this with a 75% bonus from being what they call Platinum Honors Preferred if you have $100,000 in assets. I could talk about this card in the system for a long time. In my opinion, this is something that people who can't afford to have $100,000 in assets with Bank of America should be taking advantage of. The cash back is just too much to disregard. People don't know how to use transferable points to maximum value. Cash is cash. You don't have to figure that out. You don't have to put any more time investment into it. You're going to be doing really well right here. So Bank of America Premium Rewards Card, $500 sign-up bonus, up to 2.625% cash back on all purchases. Even more with travel and dining. $95 annual fee. You're just doing great here. This does not get talked about often enough. People who are new, they say, I can't figure all this out. I'm a really busy professional. I got 18 kids running around the house. Richard, all the stuff you do is crazy ninja magic that I just don't have time to figure out. I want the maximum cash back on all my purchases. Here it is, Bank of America Premium Rewards Card or the Alliant Credit Union Visa. I mean, oh gosh, you just don't put it on your 1% cash back, local credit union or whatever it is. Central Georgia Technical College Credit Union, 0.5% cash back. Just go out there and do just a little bit of research, okay? It's really great stuff. There have been some sites that have written a lot of analysis on this awards program, so make sure you go out and research it. Moving on next. One of my personal favorites. I have this card, really like it. Unfortunately, the sign-up bonus is not as high as it possibly is, so you need to wait to sign up for it. Tony, go ahead and put the link out to the Cathay Pacific Visa Signature Card. This is by Synchrony Bank. So everybody who comes to me and says, I am out of credit cards to apply for, I say, oh yeah, you've maxed out all your Synchrony Bank slots? And they go, huh, what? Exactly. There's no such thing as running out of credit cards to sign up for. Synchrony Bank typically does store co-branded cards, like a Banana Republic or Victoria's Secret card, something like that. For some reason, they got this product here with Cathay Pacific. Cathay Pacific earns Asia Miles. The Asia Miles program is fantastic. Tony's going to put a couple of links up here in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, just Google the Points Guy Asia Miles. You're going to see a couple articles come up that I've written about. One of them is a deep dive into the program called Everything You Need to Know About Asia Miles. Another one is a very recent article where I show you how you can cut down on transatlantic fuel surcharges compared to British Airways and American by booking with Cathay Pacific Asia Miles. So this card, 35,000 miles right now after $2,500 spend in the first 90 days. It was at 50,000 miles. I suspect it will go up again. I got it when it was a 50,000 mile bonus. That is enough for business class over to Europe, a stopover, and a further business class trip within Europe for 45,000 miles. So you can just do tremendous things with this. The online booking engine is highly underutilized. It shows about 7 or 8 airlines worth of flights you can book online with skipping the calling. The card basically works. It's 2 Asia miles per dollar spent on Cathay Pacific travel, 1.5 spent on 1.5 miles per dollar spent on dining. Really weird here, international purchases, 1.5 miles per dollar spent outside of the U.S. So if you're an expat living outside the U.S., you get a 1.5x earning card on all spend flat. Fantastic. And then you get 1x on everything else. No foreign transaction fees. You get Marco Polo Club membership. The lowest level doesn't really mean much. And priority boarding, extra baggage if you fly Cathay Pacific all the time, probably worthwhile to you. And some other little benefits that aren't too great. But what you want is an avenue to earn as many Asia miles as possible. There's no such thing as too many Asia miles. Booking American flights domestically, booking Alaska flights to Hawaii, booking British Airways and American transatlantic, obviously booking Cathay Pacic's own flights, booking Qatar Airways over to Doha. You can just do amazing things with this. The reward charts are great. Make sure you read the 2 articles that Tony posted, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you Google the Points Guy Cathay Pacific Asia Miles and read those articles I've written there. Not enough folks talking about this. Their website is actually pretty great, all the things that they do to market it. Big fan of it. People say I'm out of cards to apply for. Do you have the Cathay Pacific Visa Signature Card from Synchrony Bank? No, I don't. Well, you need to go and get it. All right, so that's great. Moving on to the next card. Wow, this is a lot of information. Wells Fargo. I wish everybody home could raise their hand and say, hey, I have taken full advantage of Wells Fargo Go Far rewards. Everybody? Yeah? You guys? Okay. You probably haven't, and you should. I'm going to tell you why. Previously, this card earned an unlimited amount of 5x points on spend at grocery stores and drugstores for the first 6 months. Now, I could tell you some stories about what that meant for a lot of people, the amount of money and rewards that they made. That's no longer possible, so here's how the card functions now. 5x points on gas, grocery, and drugstores for the first 6 months on your first $12,500 in spend. Still a pretty decent amount, right? You're talking over 62,500 points just in the first 6 months. Here's the kicker. You can redeem Wells Fargo Go Far rewards for 1.5 cents each towards travel. That is a 50% bonus over almost every other program, right? So instead of 1 cent per point, 1.5 cents per point through their engine. You got to go book through gofarrewards.com. I use it all the time. You can find any other plane ticket price that's out there. And the rewards are worth a lot. So if you're earning 5x and you're redeeming for 1.5x, right, you can see the value in the first 6 months of this card. There are other Wells Fargo's cards like the Propel card that has bonus earning categories on it. The Wells Fargo Visa Signature does not have a sign-up bonus right now. Sometimes it does. The Propel card does. If you have a Propel and a Visa Signature, you can bind those points together, redeem at the 1.5 cents each. Huge fan of this. No annual fee. Some of the Wells Fargo cards even have cell phone insurance on it. So if you're going to pay your cell phone bill with it, earn Wells Fargo rewards that are good for 1.5 cents each towards flights. And if you drop or damage your phone, you've got built-in insurance where they cover the bill minus the deductible, right? So the Wells Fargo credit card line in general doesn't get enough love. The 5X is still there, but it's capped at $12,500, which is still over 60,000 points, which is still over $800, $900 in airfare. So no annual fee, $900 in airfare. You can probably go to a grocery store, gas stations, and drugstores and max out that spend. Just go and research, go and learn. GoFarRewards.com, get an account, sign up, take a look around, see all the things you can do. Doesn't get talked about near enough. It really should. I'm a big fan. I've got another article up there. If you just Google the points guide, don't overlook Wells Fargo. I talk about it in more detail so you can catch this stuff. Love it. Wells Fargo, Go Far Rewards. Everybody do it right now. Cool. All right. Wow. 2 more cards. I'm running out of time here. Wow, it's quick. 30 minutes, Tony. Thanks for the reminder. As I go through these last 2 cards, if you have any questions or other suggestions about cards I did not cover, please put it in the comments so that future readers can learn about it. I'm going to go to the U.S. Bank SkyPass Visa Signature card. This is a Korean Airlines card. There's no such thing as too many Korean airline miles. You can easily get them transferring from Chase, but sometimes I don't want to transfer all of my Chase into Korean. Look, you need to go do your research. Korean SkyPass, you can now book SkyTeam tickets online. It's a little bit finicky, but really, really easy to get value out of Korean miles, especially flying Korean's own flights. So 62,500 miles from the U.S. to Korea and other places in Asia on Korean's own metal. They fly a lot of places in the U.S., my home airport of Atlanta. Daily flight over to Seoul. Some really nice new products, 747-8 Intercontinentals, brand new 777s, A380s, all of them fantastic flying experiences. You're never going to complain about the Korean service. Just a lot of goodness going on in this program. Fly down to Hawaii on Delta, fly to the Caribbean on Delta, take advantage of SkyTeam partners down in South America where flights are always super expensive. You can fly Aerolíneas Argentina, you can fly Aeromexico. Now, the trick with the U.S. Bank SkyPass is only offering 15,000 bonus miles right now. If you sign up for any other account with U.S. Bank, try and get on their mailing list. They send out these targeted mailers for this card of 40, 45,000, 50,000 miles. That's almost a business class flight to Asia on one of the best airlines flying over there. You don't want to miss out on this. So I'm telling you right now, don't sign up for the 15,000 mile offer. Try and get the mailers. I wish I had the secret sauce so that you can get targeted for these offers. I don't know how you do it yet. I really wish I knew how to tell you. But the public offer does go up to 25,000 miles, so at least wait until then. But no real spin bonus on this. You get 2,000 bonus miles every year. You get a couple lounge coupons. You just need another avenue to get Korean miles. And what you really want to do is sign up and get those targeted bonus mailers for up to the 50,000 miles. All right, so that is the SkyPass Visa Signature card. Really like it. We're going to end today on one of my favorite cards. I should have gotten it out, but then somebody would take my credit card number, so nope. I can only show you the back of it. The Bank of America Asiana Visa Signature Card. Tony, please go ahead and put the link up to this. If you're not familiar with Asiana, the Korean airline, just like we talked about Korean Airlines, wonderful airline, great products. A380 first and business class are wonderful. And their Star Alliance Partner Award chart is out of this world. So 40,000 miles to fly Lufthansa business class to Europe from the U.S., 50,000 miles to fly Lufthansa first class from the U.S. to Europe. That's one way. Pretty much unheard of. The card right now is offering 30,000 bonus miles, which is pretty standard for that card. After you meet the minimum spend of $3,000 in the first 90 days, you're practically $240,000 for that business class flight. A lot of other places that you can maximize these miles on Star Alliance carriers. If you're not familiar with Star Alliance and redeeming on partner airlines, hit that old Google machine and start learning up so that you can really maximize some of these programs. But another way to get, Asiana miles, the only other way really is transferring from SPG. You don't want that, but if you know, hey, for the next 6 months, I can really put all of my household spend on this Asiana Visa Signature Card, you're going to have enough miles at least to take your family and economy to Europe on any Star Alliance carrier. Air Canada, United, Austrian, Lufthansa, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as too many Asiana miles. You should really have this card. If you're one of the people that sends me a message that says I'm out of cards to apply for, you need the Cathay card, you need the Korean card, you need the Asiana card. Each one of these is pretty much a trip in of itself with the sign-up bonus, and then if you put some dedicated spending on it for a few months, you're going to have enough miles again to go somewhere else. Go out there, research these programs. Just a whole lot of goodness going on. I'm at 30 minutes now. If anybody has questions, now is your time. Hey, Tony, it doesn't look like I missed too many questions, so I'm going to recap the cards. If you've joined us late, here are the 8 cards that I covered. Penfed, Pathfinder Rewards, American Express. No annual fee card, incredible benefits, including an airline credit of $100 every year. Discover It, up to 10% cash back. Alliant Credit Union, 3% cash back on everything for the first year, 2.5% cash back after that. Bank of America Premium Rewards Card, up to 2.625% cash back on all spend. Cathay Pacific Visa Signature Card. There's no such thing as too many Asia miles. Go and research about Asia miles, how you fly across the Atlantic with a stopover in business class for 45,000 miles one way. Absolutely fantastic. Wells Fargo Visa Signature Card. Earned a lot of points that are worth 1.5 cents each towards paid airfare. Everybody should have 2 Wells Fargo cards in their wallet, all right? U.S. Bank SkyPass Visa Signature Cards. See what you can do to get those targeted offers. Call up U.S. Bank. Hey, I see these targeted offers going out. I want to be a customer of yours. How do I get this card at a higher sign-up bonus? And then finally, the Bank of America Visa Signature Card. Asiana Visa Signature Card. Asiana Airlines, wonderful program. Super cheap miles required to go transatlantic and premium classes. You want to have as many Asiana miles as possible. Come and see me June 9th and 10th, FTU, New York City. Everybody should be in Vegas. Zork Fest. Tony, go ahead and put these links up one more time. If you're not coming to Vegas Memorial Day weekend, Treasure Island, learn all about casino gaming, loyalty, and maximizing comps. Learn all about making the most out of your points and miles. One weekend, dinners, they're chartering private jets to come in. Absolutely incredible. As always, you can watch the replay of this on our YouTube channel. That is Award Travel 101. If you go to YouTube, please subscribe. Check out all the videos where I upload these. Besides that, I'm going to let Tony put those links up one more time. A lot of good stuff going on. Really excited about some trips coming up. Charleston, South Carolina, Buenos Aires, Rio de Janeiro. And then I've got Sydney, and then I've got Brisbane, and then I've got Auckland, and then we're going to Vegas, and then we're going to New York City, and then my wife and I are going to Morocco. And that's like the first half of 2018. Holy smokes, what a really busy time. Besides that, thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, every Tuesday we're going to do this. I don't know what time it's going to be. I'm always going to make an announcement. Don't worry if you miss the live. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you'll never miss any of our videos. Everybody tell Tony thanks for moderating in the background and keeping up with all my links and keeping me on time. And hey, I'm really excited about the next few weeks. We'll see you soon.